Okay. Cool. Okay. Right. So, hello everyone, and today I would like to introduce for you a technology to measure the flow, named Coriolis flow meter. And I think that some of you have known about that already, and some of you have never heard about that. But in this topic, I will introduce for you about the overview, the application, some advantages and disadvantages. And I hope that in the future, if you need to buy a flow meter for your project or for your factory, you can think about the Coriolis flow meter. So first, I want to introduce a little bit about myself, and my full name is Trịnh Quốc Trường, and I graduated from Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education. In abbreviated form is FPKT. So if there anyone here come from the same university with me, please let me know.
Nhìn ngon.
Thầy Phước.
Okay.
Mr. Phước is same university with you.
We know each other. We talk a lot. We drink cafe a lot, and we also go to the lake also.
Yeah. And my major is electronic and electrical engineering. And after I graduated from university, I worked for Intel Product Vietnam, but as process engineer. But after that, I realized that I prefer to work with the people more than work with the machine. So I decided to change my job, and right now I'm working as a sales engineer for NK Engineering, the company that I will introduce for you later on. Yeah.
How long time did you work for Intel?
I worked for Intel about 6 months. Yeah, just 6 months.
Too short.
Too short. Yeah.
So why did you leave Intel? I think Intel is very good company with
yeah. Actually, before I graduated from university, Intel is my dream, and I think about it. And after I get a job in Intel, and I go into the factory and I working with the machine every day, and it's kind of I feel boring. I feel like I don't suitable with the job of working with a machine. I prefer to work with people. Yeah, so I decided to quit. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So right now I will introduce about the company that I work for is NK Engineering, and NK Engineering is a representative of N.Rest and Hauser in Vietnam. And N.Rest and Hauser is a German manufacturer, and they produce the measuring instrument. So do anyone here know about the N.Rest and Hauser? I think that Mr. Trường would know about that.
Yes. So, but not too much. Yes, a little bit only.
Yeah. In fact, N.Rest and Hauser is the name of two founders, Mr. N.Rest and Mr. Hauser. And Mr. N.Rest is the inventor, and he produced the products. And Mr. Hauser is a salesman, and they combine together and they established their company. And until now, it's about 70 years old. And about the portfolio, sorry.
Yes. So, what is the meaning of the capital N.K.?
Until now, I don't know what the meaning of the word NK. Maybe nhậu khỏe in Vietnam. my boss say me that, so I should know that NK is nhậu khỏe.
Good.
And about the portfolio of N.Rest and Hauser, so we have the flow meter. The flow meter is a meter to measure the flow inside a pipe. And the level transmitter is a kind of equipment to measure the level. For example, right here I have a water container, so I have the level of water. So I want to measure I want to measure the level here. We need to install a level transmitter in the top, and then we can measure the level inside the tank.
Yeah.
And about the temperature, we will measure the temperature of the liquid inside the tank. The pressure also like that, measure the pressure of the tank. And finally, we have analytics to measure the quality of the water, like the pH and the oxygen or conductivity of the water.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
NKE only representative for Andres Hour or can distribute for other branch?
NK engineering, we only distribute the Andres and Hauser products. Yeah, mainly. And
Mainly?
about
Yeah, I know NK.
well,
NK is very famous.
really?
NK, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
NK is representative of Android House for long time.
It's about 6 years until now.
Yeah.
So how do you know about NK engineering? So you have to work in the project.
I'm sales engineer too, but my company is leader. So I've worked on many projects, many tender of instrument.
Okay. So and about NK engineering, we have 3 offices with their headquarters in Ho Chi Minh City. And right now, we will talk about the flow measurement. So here is a really basic application that we need to use a flow meter in our house, in the toilet or the kitchen, that we need to measure the flow of the water, and then we'll have the amount of water, and then we will calculate the money. And you can see here that the structure of the water meter is kind of simple, and in the center have a turbine, the white one is a turbine, and when the water goes through the turbine, you make the turbine turn around, and then a mechanical structure in the top will calculate the number of rounds, and then we will have the number of water, and then we use to calculate the money. So that is the basic application of water meter. But in fact, if in our house we will use a water meter to measure the flow, because it no need the really high accuracy. But with other kind of fluid, other kind of medium like oil, hydrogen, oxygen, steam, milk, beer, and pen, we cannot use a water meter to measure the flow anymore, because it's not suitable. For example, we cannot use this kind of flow meter to measure the steam. So because of this, there is many kind of flow meter were invented to meet the requirements. So anyone here used to face with the situation that you need to buy a flow meter to measure these kind of product in your factory or in your project?
So in fact, I don't use special flow rate meter for as a purpose.
Yeah.
I only use flow rate meter for measuring water only, not for special purpose.
So with the flow meter to measure the water, so we majority use the electromagnetic flow meter. So based on the principle, based on the application, we will choose a right principle to measure. So for example, right here we have the voltage technology to measure the steam. The thermal we use to measure the hydrogen and the air. And with the Coriolis, which I will introduce for you today, to measure any kind of fluid and gases. So we will go into the main topic today. Today I will introduce about the Coriolis flow meter. So, do anyone here can tell me one of the application that we need to use the flow meter?
In my product,
Yeah.
laboratory instrument like FPLC or bioreactor or something in a laboratory. They usually have a lot of follow sensor. I don't know. I don't know. It's it is the same with your technologies, but it can measure the water or solvent or gas.
Okay.
A lot of, yeah.
So it's measure the flow too.
Yes, it's measure the flow with very high accuracies.
Yeah. So with the really high accuracy, we have two main applications. The first one, we will use a flow meter to measure the flow, and then we'll calculate the money when we're selling the product. And the second one, we will use for the process control when we get to get the signal to control the pump or the valve. Yeah. So sorry, Miss. So what is your factory, Mr.
No, we are distributor also. No manufacturer. Yeah. Distributor for lots of brands for related to the laboratory equipment.
Oh, you also
we already have the brands in the water purification with the industrial I mean it's a very high volume. So we are provide for pharmaceutical company use this system to produce the purified water for injection rush in the pharmaceutical manufacturing. Yeah.
And you produce the complete system, or you provide the products?
No, we are not produce.
I know you provide. Yeah.
Yeah, we are distributor for marker. They produce the whole system.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
So right now we will go into the application. As you can see here, we have a really big vessel here, and this vessel is carrying the natural gas from the manufacturer into the customer, and right here we have a tank, and we need a pipe to transfer the natural gas from the vessel into the tank. And in this time, we will use a flow meter. So do you know that what is the most important thing when of this? What is the most important requirement of this application for a flow meter?
I think the accuracy and the robustness.
Robustness and accuracy.
Yeah.
The high accuracy is the most important thing. Yeah, and you're correct. Because we have two flow meter here, and you can see that the pipe here is kind of really big. I mean that the diameter, the nominal diameter is really big, and so just a little bit of measuring error, it will lead to a big difference in the result. And then you use that result for to pay the money, to calculate the money, so it will make a really big difference. So the flow meter here require really high class of accuracy, and this pipe we will use for a very long time, and for 5 years or 10 years. So we should to invest flow meter which have the best class of accuracy. And Coriolis flow meter is the best suitable for this application. And in the second application, do you think that what do we need to measure the flow from the tank into the truck when we sell the gas to the end user?
Excuse me, Mr. Trung, could you show us how to validate the accuracy of flow meter? I mean, how to calibration?
Actually, we will bring it to the VMI, Vietnam Metrology Institute, to confirm that the accuracy of our flow meter. But for that,
customer, they have to remove the flow meter and bring to the vendor to do calibration, right?
you mean that the new one or the old one in the factory already?
I mean for new one also, because customer they don't know how is accuracy of flow meter.
Yeah, there are two
So
options.
You have to demonstrate or confirm with them when you install in the system to commit the
accuracy,
the specification accuracy.
Yeah, there are two options. The first one, we will calibrate in the country, in the Germany, in the manufacturer country, and there will be a third party company. They will calibrate the end Westinghouse flow meter, and then there will be a certificate. And yeah, and that is the first one, but we have to pay more money for them. And in the second choice, we can calibrate in Vietnam, but as I know that's because Coriolis flow meter of N Westinghouse is really high accuracy, so there's no facility in Vietnam can calibrate can calibrate the N Westinghouse Coriolis flow meter.
Yeah. So what is the value of accuracy and that's how announced to customer?
With the Coriolis flow meter is the highest technology, is the highest accuracy technology in the world, and with Westinghouse is about 0.1%. 0.1%.
0.1%.
Yeah, 0.1%.
I think it's, for me, I think it's too much. Because for example, your customer is petroleum company, right?
Yeah.
They will transfer around 1,000 tons.
Yeah.
1,000 tons of material, for example, gasoline.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 1,000 tons multiplied with 0.1%.
Yeah, but in the world, because it depends on the application. With the application that you mentioned, with really big pipe, with a big diameter, nominal diameter, but with the Coriolis flow meter, 0.1 is a really good one compared to other brand. With other brand, it's also the same with even that they are less accuracy than us.
So one more question. 0.1% is positive or negative?
It's both positive and negative. Maybe negative or maybe positive or negative.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
As you can see here, there's when we transfer the natural gas from the tank into the truck, we will use a truck scale, and this truck will weigh the weight of the truck before and after it was filled. And you can see that the truck scale is kind of big and it spans a large area. But right now we can use a flow meter instead of the truck scale. And this flow meter is much smaller and the accuracy is kind of the same. And it's also measure the the weight, the fluid. And I know that there
This
are
can measure
many.
the weight.
Sorry.
It just can measure the weight.
Yeah, it can measure the weight,
I
and
think they will count that. It will change, convert that into weight. Or
no.
measure.
This is a special technology, and it can measure directly the mass flow, the weight, instead of the volume. And that is the reason why this is the highest accuracy technology in the world. So
you mean this equipment can measure mass and flow rate, both of them?
I don't think so.
I call it in the mass flow.
The mass.
I thought that if you measure
mass flow.
It measures the mass flow.
Yeah. Mass flow.
Measure the mass flow. The unit is kilogram per hour.
Yes, got it.
Yeah, but in the result, it's the same. It also have the weight of the fluid that goes through the flow meter.
Yeah.
So in many companies, they use both technology at the same time. They will measure by the metering skid first, and then we will measure by the truck scale, and then they will get an average value and use it to calculate the money.
So if they use your device, they will measure the flow first. And then they will times that with the time. And then you have the weight.
Yeah. We have a flow. You have a flow, and we will multiply with the time, and then we will have the weight of the fluid. Yeah, and so the Coriolis technology is the high accuracy technology in the world with 0.1%, and the Coriolis flow meter can measure directly the mass flow, and the unit is kilogram per hour. And do you know that's why do we need to measure the mass flow? And can anyone tell me? Anyone have any idea that's why do we need to measure the mass flow?
It's the need to the requirement to measure the mass flow depend on to have the vehicle capacity matching with the maximum of this vehicle.
No, that is not the thing that I want to mention. So here is the meaning of the mass flow. So measure directly the mass flow. The unit is kilogram per hour is more accurate than the volume flow, and the unit is cubic meter per hour. Why? And you can see here we have two containers. It contains the water inside. But when the temperature is negative 6.7 Celsius degree, the mass flow is 155 kilograms, and the volume is like this. But when we increase the temperature, the mass flow, the mass is not change, but the volume will change. So when we measure fluid, if it will not accurate if the temperature change a lot, but the temperature will not affect into the mass, the weight of the fluid.
Excuse me, so we need to input the density of the material to the equipment?
No, we no need the density. Actually, you need a flow meter to measure the density. So we don't need to input the density. So with the Coriolis flow meter, with its technology, is based on the frequency, it can determine directly the mass flow. And this is a well-known technology and were accepted around the world. And any brand also have the Coriolis flow meter, and everyone accepted already.
Yes, so I have one more question.
Yeah.
For example, the customer, they use the one pipe with your flow meter to transfer many type of gas, for example, oxygen or nitrogen. So the mass flow is the same.
Yeah. It can measure many kind of gases and liquids, but it depends on the application. For example, when you measure the hydrogen, the material of the flow meter is different with the material of the flow meter when you measure the oxygen.
Yes. So that's mean one follow method can identify and measure for one gas or one liquid, right?
About the principle is the same, but about the material and the design of the flange, some design, just several design different, because we sell the products based on the need of the customer. When the customer give me requirement, and then we will choose the right option of the right application. But about the principle is completely the same.
Yes. Okay. So this is the physics solution for customer.
Physics solution.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Would you like to explain to me the name Coriolis? Is the name of the product or what does it mean?
The Coriolis is the principle, is the name of the person who invented Coriolis principle.
Because I tried to look for that on the internet and have really rare information about this.
Oh, you just search Coriolis flow meter, and there will be many information for you.
All right. Okay.
So the second one is about the pressure. And you can see that when we change the pressure, the gas can compress or expand when we change the pressure. So in short, the gases and the liquids were influenced by the temperature and the pressure. And because of this, so the volume will change when we change the pressure and the temperature, but the mass is the same. So because of this, we prefer to measure the mass flow instead of the volume flow. So for easier to understand, we will go into the application. As you can see here, for example, we measure the hydrogen or the oxygen or nitrogen. And with the volume flow, we need a flow meter to measure the flow. You need a temperature transmitter to measure the temperature, and the pressure transmitter to measure the pressure. And then 3 signals will go into a computer, and then we change from the current condition into the standard condition at 0 Celsius degree and 1 bar. And we use this value to calculate the burning. So with the volume flow, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 components, and it will spend you more money to invest. And the accuracy is not good. It's about 1 to 2%. And when you need to maintain this system, you have spent a lot of time, and you will feel kind of hard to install the system again. But anything was resolved by Coriolis flow meter, because this one is measure the mass flow. This will not be influenced by the pressure and the temperature. So we don't need to measure the pressure and the temperature, and the accuracy is much more better, 0.1% compared to 2%. So that is the reason why many of our customers in the past, they use the volume flow meter, but right now they change to use a Coriolis flow meter in their factory. Yeah. So do you have any question for me in this section?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Coriolis flow meter.
Yeah.
And
why don't you use electromagnetic
Electromagnetic.
or Venturi or vortex for application?
Yeah.
You can share in work you can share work principle of Coriolis method because Coriolis method working for liquids. I know liquids. You want to measure mass flow. Yeah. Why don't you use other method?
You mean that why I'm not use other kind of flow meter to measure the flow instead of use the Coriolis flow meter? For I have to say that it depends on the application. So for example, right here you have you mentioned about this technology. So you mentioned about electromagnetic flow meter and voltage flow meter. It depends on the application. For example, right here we have the Coriolis flow meter, electromagnetic flow meter, and voltage flow meter. All three kind of flow meter we can measure the flow of water, but the most suitable one is the electromagnetic flow meter. Why? Because the water is conductive. Conductive means that and this technology the cheapest one, and the accuracy is enough for water application. So we will use the electromagnetic flow meter. But with the application, this requires really high accuracy to calculate the money. For example, we will use the Coriolis flow meter for higher accuracy. And normally the price of Coriolis flow meter is about 4 to 5 to 6 times magnetic flow meter.
Oh, very expensive.
We can also use to measure the water, but we not use it because we have electromagnetic already. So with voltage technology, we will use to measure the steam, because with the principle of voltage, it is the most suitable for the steam. So my question is enough for you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. Vương.
Yeah, I know. You can share work principle of Coriolis.
Yeah.
I don't know Coriolis how to measure mass flow.
Yeah, that is depend on the principle of Coriolis flow meter. So if you want, I can open the PowerPoint to explain for you, but it may be take time. Maybe in another topic, I will explain for you about that. Or if you want, I will send you a video about the principle of the Coriolis flow meter that will explain why we can measure the mass. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. One question. The Coriolis only used for liquid for liquid with độ nhớt.
Viscosity.
Yeah. Chỉ là nó sorry, mình có nghĩa là nó chỉ dùng cho những cái chất lỏng mà có độ nhớt thôi, đúng không? Tại vì nếu mà đo các cái loại khác thì đo thì như thế nào nhỉ?
with the Coriolis flowmeter, it will not depend on the viscosity. Whatever your viscosity, the Coriolis still can measure. We have the special Coriolis flowmeter to measure the viscosity. With Coriolis
I would
flowmeter,
like to comment in here because the viscosity, for the liquid porosity, they have usually have the viscosity, and they have two type of.
Sorry, but we cannot listen to you anymore. Maybe you
sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to comment here related to the viscosity, because in the natural we have two type of flush related to viscosity. The first one is the viscosity will be stable. We will be stable with any torque, also any speed rotation. And the second one is the viscosity will be changed, maybe increase or decrease when we apply the force also or the speed, the rotate speed. So my question is, how about the Coriolis technology? It can measure power of flux. With the Newton and non-Newton flux.
And my answer is that with Coriolis flowmeter is only measure the viscosity, which is stable. If the viscosity is not stable, it cannot measure correctly.
So I think because almost the liquid in the market, almost material in liquid in the market, they are non-Newton liquid, non-Newton fluid.
You mean that the viscosity change?
Yes.
At any time?
No, any time, because when the flux apply a force, also the velocity. It's the viscosity will be changed.
And the viscosity will be changed.
Just a little type of liquid, they are stable. The viscosity stable in any condition. For example, water.
Okay. Actually, we have a tool. And then we will calculate the range of viscosity that allow for the Coriolis flowmeter. So just give us the input about the range of viscosity, and then we will use the tool, and then we will calculate, and we will give a report and for you, and we will know that that flowmeter can measure the fluid or not. So maybe it will affect into the flowmeter, but if in the range, allow range, the Coriolis flowmeter still can measure it. So
thank you. I understood.
Yeah, okay. So the next one, the Coriolis flowmeter can measure the liquids, gases, and steam. That is the reason why the Coriolis flowmeter were chosen in Vietnam Metrology Institute as the master instrument. I mean that, for example, in your factory, you have a flow meter and you use for a very long time, about 10 years. And right now you don't know that your flow meter is correct or not. And you bring it to the Vietnamese Metrology Institute to check it. And right here, they will install your flow meter parallel with the Coriolis flow meter. And they will measure the same amount of liquids. And if your flow meter is different with the master flow meter, it means that your flow meter is not correct anymore, and it should be correct. It should be corrected or adjusted. Yeah, and because of this, so Coriolis flow meter is really high accuracy and really stable and reliable. That is some of the information about Coriolis flow meter that I want to introduce for you. And anyone here have any question for me?
I have one question.
Yeah.
My question is, how is the Coriolis flow meter is popular in Vietnam, and how about the share market?
About the share market in Vietnam, we don't know, but about in the world, about the share markets of flow meter of Andress-Hauser in the world is about 17%. 17% around the world of the flow meter. Yeah.
Too big. It's too many and too big brand name.
About the revenue of Andress-Hauser is about 2.7 euro in 2019. Yeah, that is some of.
Do you think in the future the Coriolis flow meter can replace the normal flow meter?
Yeah, I have to say that it depends on the principle. It depends on the application,
yes.
And I'm sure that you cannot replace all of other kind of principle because Coriolis flow meter is quite expensive compared to other.
Oh,
quite expensive.
Very
how much is
double
flow meter? Double or cheaper?
It depends. For example, with the DN50 means that DN50 with electromagnetic flow meter is about 60 million. But
60 million.
60 million. But with the Coriolis flow meter, it may be about let me remember 200 million to 250 million. It's about
cheaper price. Yeah.
I mean that electromagnetic is cheap, but Coriolis flow meter is really expensive, about 5 to 6 times because of its accuracy.
Could you like to tell me again what is the price? What the price?
Do you have any agency? Can name any agency in Vietnam? After distributor.
In Vietnam, of what? Of Andress-Hauser? Or what? Sorry?
Distributor. How about distributor agency?
You mean that the authorized distributor of Andress-Hauser in Vietnam? Right?
Whatever.
Yeah. About the authorized distributor in Vietnam, we have two. One is my company, NK Engineering, and another company in Vietnam Environment. Yeah, it's the authorized distributor of Andress-Hauser. But we also divide it into the field. For example, NK Engineering, we will do in the chemical, oil and gas, and food and beverage. And in Vietnam will be another field. We will divide it, the market. Yeah.
So do you have any rival or competitor from China?
Yeah, sure. We have a lot of competitors. And with the China competitor, their strongness is about the price and about the accuracy is acceptable. So it depends on the customer. With the rich customer, they will refer to you our products, or and with some of the China company, they will refer to you the China products or Korean product.
What is the difference price?
It depends on the principle, but if the same principle, the price is about the competitor is less than us about 20 to 30%. Not really sure about that, but they are cheaper a lot. But their accuracy enough and acceptable in some application.
Excuse me, apple to apple, you can use some brand name of Coriolis flowmeter in Vietnam.
Yeah, we have Restenhauser, we have ABB, we have Siemens, we have Emerson, Yeah, there is 4: Emerson, Siemens, ABB, and Restenhauser. Right now, I just remember. Yeah, sure. Yokogawa is really big one too.
Yeah, I know a little bit of flow chemister, and Coriolis is a lot of money. I know Coriolis flow chemister the end 100 same 4-inch is 400 million Vietnam dong.
100 million dong.
400.
Yeah, sure. 400 is correct.
Yeah.
That is the correct price.
Yeah, a lot of function is output from 4 to 20 milliampere. With hard and good material.
Yeah. But what is the application of that flow meter?
Mass flow, mass oils.
Oil. Yeah. Normally, when they measure the oil, they give you the Coriolis flow meter because of its accuracy and it's stable.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I have something to say about Mr. Phước. He's worried about accuracy 0.1% is not enough.
Yeah.
So I try to have a quick search on my company, and I can show you, show Mr. Phước an example.
Yeah.
Can I share my screen?
Sure. You share your screen. Okay, I will stop my. Okay, your stage.
You can see is yeah.
You do for Visual?
Yeah, this is an Visual Virtual project. You can see that the application is product to FSO. That's the final step. Coriolis, the by size 6-inch.
6-inch.
It's quite big. So you can see the accuracy is 0.2.
Where is that? Can you use the mouse to point out? I do not see the.
Sorry. I want to say that this is an reality example.
Reality, yeah.
Can you mark? Can you marking the tolerance? So in this paper.
Can zoom in.
And you marking that.
Yeah.
Marking, I mean that đánh dấu vào cái chỗ 0, mấy % đó chị.
Yeah.
Cái chỗ nào không nhìn thấy trong bảng đó.
Okay, this is your full page.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is full page. Low rate uncertainty.
Yeah.
Okay.
0.2. But
don't worry. Don't worry that 0.1% is not enough.
Yeah. I can share. I have some data sheet of Coriolis flowmeter, and I never see under 0.15%. Yeah.
0.15%. You never see.
Never see under.
Yeah.
From 0.15%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with correlate flow meter and red Hauser, you can measure 0.1. But actually, I have to say that is the value when we run in the laboratory. But
Okay.
in fact, in the reality, it's much more.
Sorry.
A little bit.
Maybe calibration in factory, but but you transport in Vietnam. Maybe calibration aside, not 0.1%. Mình có một số cái data sheet mà có nghĩa là đã calibration tại sai rồi á, nó không có đạt được là 0.1% đâu. Mặc dù là có thể là độ chính xác trên giấy tờ là 0.1 á, nhưng mà calibration xong rồi thì không đủ. Yeah.
Maybe. But that is the value from the manufacturer, and they have the certificate for that. So we just believe it.
That's the only way.
I have a question. I wonder what that number 0.2% features. I mean, what do you use that for?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Efficiency or something like that.
Accuracy? What is the meaning of 0.1% accuracy?
Yeah, what is that?
It means that, for example, when you measure about 100 kilogram, and the real value is about 99.1 kilogram. The difference from the real value is just around 0 to 0.1 kilogram. So, and yeah, that means the accuracy.
So it gives you kind of like, we call it the tolerance of the measurement.
Yeah.
I got that. All right.
Yeah. So about my presentation is finished already. So do you have anything to discuss more?
Mr. Chung, one question. So this flow meter can measure when liquid mix will be mixed by some special material, for example, mixed with the sand, which means the hard material. Yes, this equipment can measure flow rate with high accuracy or not?
It depends. If your products were mixed, it's mixed really stable. It's really stable. And the viscosity is stable, and in the range of Coriolis flow meter, it can measure good. But if the viscosity of it too heavy or too much, it cannot measure anymore, because it may be stuck in the pipe of Coriolis flow meter.
That means when customer want to use this equipment, firstly, they have to measure viscosity first, right?
Yeah. Aside from the viscosity, we also another like the viscosity. Yeah, about the viscosity and about the, how to say that có nhiều cạnh không anh, nhiều cục, nó phải kiểu nó mịn á. Mịn giống chất lỏng, chứ còn nếu mà nó nhiều cục quá thì nó cũng không có đo được.
So if possible, could you show us a video to let us know how it works? How
okay. So
the customers should measure the particle size distribution before decide to buy this flow meter, right?
I think they also have some instruction go along. Yeah, maybe we should go through the liquid. We go through filter, something like that, and then we go into that matter.
The first one, the customer will give the data of the material to an ad houser. After that, they will consultant.
Yeah, it's correct.
That's right.
Yeah, it depends on your product.
Yes.
So right now I'm finding.
I think it's really believable because really expensive, you know, up to 100 to 200 million Vietnamese dong. Too expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive. So we have to really careful when we choose a flow meter. So right now I will share you the principle of the flow meter, a Coriolis flow meter.
Yeah.
I'll just search for that a few minutes, and I see it's really hard to understand.
Do you see my screen? Yeah. Now you see?
Yes.
Wait a little bit. Here. So let me see a video here. You can see. So this is a normal when in no flow flow. So it will like this. But when the flow started to flow, there will be different here. You will see that. About the phase, we depend on the phase shift. Phase shift here, it means that depend on the like path. So we have two sensors here. So when the flow is not flow, two sensor is with the same frequency, but when the flow will go through, yeah, you can see that the signal will different. So we have the phase shift here, and from the phase shift, we can calculate the mass flow.
Oh, come on.
And about the formula to do is there's no brand, there are no manufacturer public. It's because this is their secret. So there's no manufacturer contribute the formula so that how from the phase shift into the mass flow. There's no public document about that.
No,
but it will accept. Yeah.
The first time I heard of this, and even when I started learn the subject named 3P in the university, I haven't said about this one. And even the name Coriolis. Yeah.
Actually, Coriolis is a quite new technology. It's a quite new technology. So that is the principle.
So how long this take to learn this one when you just apply for the company?
Actually, in Rattenhauser, they have a program and they teach us online about all of the technology and principle, all kind of products. And for me, I learned about 3 months. In the first 3 months in NK engineering, we just learn every day for 3 months about the principle and application.
Yeah, in order to count, you have the mass. Do you need some formulas like I forgot this one. The formula in the 3 key.
Sorry.
Hydraulic and pneumatic.
Hydraulic,
Bernoulli or
Bernoulli,
Taylor or something like that. Oh, come on.
Bernoulli equation.
Bernoulli. Do they use some formulas like that?
Actually, I don't really care about the formula like that because we have a tool and we just input the information and then we can choose the right products, and anything is print out, and we have the products. So we kind of don't need to use the formula to calculate anything because it's in the website already, in the tool already.
Maybe they use the software or something like that.
Yeah, we have the software to calculate. Then after that, we will get into the customer that and ask him that, do you agree with this accuracy, with this spec? Yeah, just like that.
I wonder that your product also have any certificates.
Certificate.
Yeah, pass any certification.
And for us, actually we have certificate in the Endbenhauser, and after the training, they will give me a certificate. It's kind of online certificate, a PDF file to send to us.
I mean your product. I mean
the product
have certificate.
For sure. It means like that. Endbenhauser produce the product, and they have the product here, and they will bring the product into the third company, and that company is really famous one in Germany. They will check the accuracy, check about the material, the principle, like ISO. If the flow meter is qualified, they will give a certificate, and we will use the certificate to convince our customer.
I mean that because as the customer, they also look at the certificate to see what is meet, and maybe from the Chinese tester or German tester or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I have a question. I have a question. How easily it can be integrated to our system? It connect to our system.
The old system. You mean that
if we change flow meter to mass flow meter, then how can it can be integrated to our system, the current system?
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of easy to do. Is you can see right here. You can see the picture here. So right here, if you have your old flow meter here, you just put it out, and then you install a flow meter here. You just need to correct the pipe.
Sorry. We don't see your just like.
Okay. Sorry. Right here. You see that?
Yeah. Now I see.
So it's kind of not really difficult. You just to change it right here. You just put your old flow meter out and install this one, and you need to adjust the flange here, adjust the pipe, adjust the length of the pipe, and we install the right flange for it, and you can change it.
Wire connection. Wire connection.
Okay. So as I mentioned before, that it depends on your requirement. We will choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trưởng. So
yeah.
Why the pipe diameter reduce before and after measuring equipment?
Yeah, there are two reasons. The first one, if the flow meter have the smaller diameter, it will be cheaper. Yeah, that is the first one, and it will be really different, a big difference in the price. It will with the smaller size. really different. Okay. So the first reason is about the price.
Yes.
The second reason is about accuracy. Accuracy. When we sizing the flow meter, so we will reduce the pi for better accuracy, because when we reduce the size, the velocity of the gases, I mean the tốc độ.
Yes.
Velocity of the gas or the fluid will be higher.
Yes,
and
correct.
it will make the Coriolis flow meter measure better. So that is the true reason.
So that's they want to increase the velocity when flow through the measuring equipment, so that they reduce the diameter of pi.
When we reduce the diameter, the velocity will be increased and you have the better accuracy. And the second one, the first one is about the price.
Yes, but in two picture, the picture in the right hand and left hand, the percentage of reduce is different.
Yeah, it different. It different when resizing. When resizing. So it depends on the kind of application. For nitrogen and for hydrogen, it will be different. It's not the same for all kind of.
That means the company will calculate.
It could calculate
before install this equipment.
Before we install it.
So the manufacturer have any standard about the flow meter?
Standard
of a design.
Standard for the design. About the design of Coriolis flow meter and Westhauser, it's just like this. You can see that it have right here, but it's just different about the size. And this one is small and this one is bigger. It depends on the line too. There is about Coriolis flow meter, but we have about 10 kind of Coriolis flow meter. The design may be different, with this one.
Okay.
So any more question for me, or we can discuss about something else?
Excuse me. Excuse me, Jung. Hello.
Yes. I can.
How long Coriolis flow meter produce and how long import in Vietnam? Because I know instrument device make a lot of time, maybe 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, maybe many time to produce instrument device.
Yeah, sure. Because of Coriolis flow meter, we will choose the option first, and then we will send them the data, and they will base on our data to produce the product. So it will take normally 4 to 5 weeks to produce, then transfer to Vietnam. And with NK Engineering, we will deliver around 8 weeks from the PO date.
It can be customized.
Yeah, it can be customized depending on the customer. For example, what kind of signal do you want? We will choose that signal for you, but the price will be different.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Chung, I have a question.
Hello, Mr. Hello, Mr. V.
So the Coriolis flow meter, you said before, you have to calibrate when you install in the pile of factory, right?
So here is two cases. It depends on the factory.
Yeah.
So if the factory they believe in our certificate,
Yeah.
they no need to collect, they just install it. For example, in the process of the company, they just use inside their factory, so they don't need a certificate for it. But when you use that flow meter to sell the product, to measure the product to sell to the customer,
yeah.
So your customer will not believe in you. So they need a certificate in Vietnam. And in that case, you need to bring flow meter into the VMI to test. And that is two cases.
So this product, this they need calip again for a long time use. Did they need calip again, or they just have install and use forever?
No, it's for sure. It needs to be calip for about several years, but it depends on the customer. Because you know that for a very long time, when the flow goes through the pipe, you make the pipe kind of less and less, smaller and smaller. It's kind of, abrasive.
Yeah.
Abrasive. So the accuracy will be changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So maybe today our topic will finish on time, about 10 p.m. right now.
Yeah. So about the life of this measuring equipment. So we can use this one for how long? How many years? Yes. How many years we need to replace by new one?
We don't have the official document about that, but with our customer, like our customer, they use the Engelhauser flow meter for about 10 years or 15 years, and they still use it okay. And about the document about that, we don't have that.
Yeah. Okay. So have any yes?
I am senior. In the past I join a project, and I used to follow meter is made by in Japan.
Yeah.
And it have a high price. Can I share my screen and I show you?
For sure. You can share it. How can I turn off screen share?
Yes, you can see the share screen.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
Here follow meter. It's brand is Tokyo Show.
Yeah. What is the principle of this kind of flow meter? Right here.
Have you ever applied this?
Yeah. We know this kind of flow meter.
Oh.
But as I mentioned before, if you use, it's kind of quite noisy. Sorry.
I see that the price of this product is very high. I remember that maybe 180 million Vietnam dollars.
This one?
This one.
Okay.
The size 88.
88.
80. No, 80.
80.
DN80.
Okay. Yeah. DN80. But this one is a different pressure flow meter. and you have to measure the temperature and the pressure at the same time.
I don't know about this principle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I always.
Yeah. So you used to work in the project, have this kind of flow meter?
Yeah. And anybody here can know that.
No.
Yes.
For sure. Here,
Okay. Okay, I show you my project. I cannot explain the principle.
Yeah, you know, actually, right now I am convincing a customer who are currently use this kind of flow meter, and I convince them to change to Coriolis flow meter for better accuracy and more stable.
Yeah. The operation principle you can see.
Yeah.
It might be complicated.
Yeah. It takes time to read, to understand.
Okay.
Yeah. Work principle is different vessel. Different vessel between input and output, and I see glass and measuring. Yeah. Maybe device use orifice for measure different vessel.
Yeah. So let me explain a little bit. As you can see here, in the middle we have a orifice. Orifice will make the pie smaller, and when the flow go through the orifice, the pressure before the orifice and after the orifice will be different. And we have a pressure transmitter in the top, and we will determine the difference of the pressure before and after the orifice. And after that, we have the value, and we use that value to calculate the volume, to calculate the velocity of the fluid. And from the velocity, we will calculate the flow. But this kind of flow meter cannot measure the mass flow. It just measures the volume flow.
Yeah, I think that. Okay.
Yes. Mr. Hợp Lực Phát, can you introduce yourself? So because I'm not sure this is your true name.
Maybe your company, right?
Your company name?
Yeah.
Yes.
My company name.
Please introduce yourself. Your name and a little bit about yourself.
I have a small business, and I do my business in the mechanical and electricity.
What is your name first?
My name is Tới.
Tới?
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Tới. Yeah.
Yeah. In Ho Chi Minh City, they
I do business. Yeah. I do business.
Yeah. Hợp Đức Phát. No. Hợp Đức Phát is a distributor of Schneider Electric in Vietnam.
No, my company is located in Nghệ An province. Yeah, it's small business.
So it is your business?
Main, I do some projects related on firefighting, air conditioning, yeah, and heating and ventilation. Yeah, I usually supply the material and do labor also.
Okay.
So anybody here have any project and anything, call me. Yeah, I will do.
Sure. Yes, because in our group there are too many salesmen, sales engineer. So I think it's very good if we can cooperate and share product and have advertise or support together to get project.
It's
yes,
really good.
So Mr. Tới,
yeah.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Where is your company in Nghệ An?
In Vinh City.
Vinh City, because
Yeah.
because my hometown is Nghệ An also. Yes.
Yeah. My only small business, so maybe not much, not many people know that. So I do some project.
Yeah, but I think it will be bigger in the future. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, I try. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, guy, because I am looking for the supplier for RLC RLC method and also the resistant analyzer. So it's related to the electrical the anyone supply for this product. I can tie in.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Hyoki. Maybe in our group, one guy from Hyoki from Japan make LLCR method.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I cannot remember the name exactly. That means now you are needing LCR method, right?
Yeah, because I am the main construct. Our company is main constructor for a big project, and I am looking for some electrical product because our company we are focused on the physical and chemical product. So I don't have experience for this product.
Okay, I will check in our group again. So I'm sure that last time already have one guy already introduced about this product, maybe from Yokogawa or Hyoki. Yeah, okay, I check again.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tru.
Yeah.
And the last equipment is the CNC water jet. Do you any guy which we provide this product?
CNC
technology with the water jet.
Máy cắt CNC bằng tia nước.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Trưởng.
Mr. Trưởng.
For me, my friend, he just sell the dao cắt of CNC and allow complete the CNC. I don't know who.
So if anyone can help me, please involve to me.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, but what's your name? I don't see.
Thiện.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because my customer, they develop the manufacturer to produce the ceramics high technology. So they need a lot of equipment.
Yeah. One sec. I already remember Mr. Lê Tâm. Lê Tâm from Hioki. Lê Tâm. Mr. Tâm.
I can find him. No, I cannot find. See, he joined to Yellow group, right?
Yes, I have his LinkedIn. I will share to you now. Wait.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Pro.
No problem. You're welcome.
I think for our group, we can improve English together and also find a lot of opportunity to sell.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I already seen Mr. Tâm here. Mr. Tâm already joined us. I remember that's only one topic. I already sent to you the LinkedIn.
Yeah. I received.
Yeah. You can
yeah,
check.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Trường, what is the next topic of our club?
Next topic. Let me check. Next topic. Next topic.
Maybe I should invite Miss Do Kim. You make a presentation about the visual petrol and any.
Chi.
Yeah.
Do Kim. Do Kim Chi.
Yeah. My name is Chi. Visual petrol is our main customer. Is I must say something about tender law in Vietnam, because Vietso Petro is government owned, so they cannot decide to buy equipment by the freely. They have to release a tender public and then bidder buy the tender and submit the proposal, and it's take time. It's not an easy job like you want to buy a flow meter, then you send to Ellenhauser, you send to Yokogawa and check the quotation, but Vietso cannot do that. They must find a trading company in Vietnam who can open a big bond at bank. Yeah. Then I work for a trading company like that. We ask manufacturer like Ellenhauser. We send them data sheet and get the quotation. Then we quote to Vietso Petro.
Miss Kim, Kim Chi. Yeah. So our company have a lot of solutions to Vietso Petro, but still cannot connect with them. I think can you help?
It's good. It's good.
No, Vietnamese, how Vietnam work. How Vietnamese government work. They it's not simple. It's not simple way.
Not simple.
I see.
Not simple anymore.
Simple. If you know the way to work, that's simple. But if you don't know, that's nothing to say.
Yeah, I see. So you work in Hà Nội or Hồ Chí Minh or Vũng Tàu?
I'm in Vũng Tàu.
So your company next by Visual Basic Park, right?
Yes, anywhere Vũng Tàu is small.
I already work for a supplier for Visual Basic. This is the reeling flute. It's named MI. Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
MI is that Halliburton.
They supply the reeling, right? The reeling flutes for Visual Basic. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So I think in the near future I will visit in Vũng Tàu and invite you to take a cup of coffee.
Yeah, sure. My pleasure.
You know, actually, my colleague, he also follows some project of Mr. Petrol. And normally, it will take a very long time. And actually, this year, because of pandemic, so the project even longer and longer.
Yeah.
I see.
Right.
Sorry, Mr. Trưởng. So next topic is presented by Mr. Phạm Trần Đức Huy. Primo company. I'm not sure about Primo. Primo company. Yes. The topic
introduce about Primo.
Yes, introduce about Primo and some electric equipment. I think so. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, there are too many topics. Yes, and too many special product. Yes, I think it's good for us to know. Yeah.
So, sorry, I have a question that with my topic today. So, is there any feedback for me about the way I present, or do you feel easy to understand or not, or something like that?
Oh, I think it's a very good presentation. I think so. In fact, so what is your English score of you, Mr. Trưởng? You're very good at English also.
Yeah, I just study by myself. I have to do the English club for 4 months. And then I study the TOEIC exam for 4 months. And then after that, I study by myself and I go into the English club and go into the park to hunt the foreigner when I was a student.
Yeah.
How your score of your TOEIC?
Yeah. Sorry, about me?
How much score of TOEIC, your TOEIC certificate?
810 issued by IIT.
Wow, very high. It's enough to go to the school to teach.
Actually, before I work as a civil engineer, I work as an English teacher at a English center for several months. But after that, I feel that not really happy. So,
so I think our group have a very good mentor.
Yes, Mr. Nguyễn Bá Phước.
Mr. Nguyễn Bá Phước is really good.
Very good in
English.
Also, yeah.
You know, actually,
thôi trưởng ơi, thôi em ơi, thôi hay. Thôi trưởng ơi, thôi hay.
Already meet in English club.
Yeah, and the first time I saw him, I think that he is foreigner, not Vietnamese anymore.
Thôi.
Really amazing. So, and then I approach him immediately because I know that this guy is really good at English.
Yeah.
Proud of Mr. Phước.
Trưởng always ha, trưởng nó always mọi người, always ha. Yeah. But trưởng is currently I see some jobs that are good and but if you know kind of something I'm looking for now just now now I have something for you so.
Yeah. What thing for
Mr. Phước is having a plan for you.
Some plan for me about what?
For all the people here now, if you are a senior civil engineer or you have a
least 5 years in automations of solution for factories, and you were at B2B sale, which is you go to directly to customer in factory and you consult them. You already have a channels, or the customer. Currently I have some customer they need it. At least so far, I have two positions, one in Hanoi, one in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. Yes, they need a seniors sale, but what they open the position in managers, and the salary is very good. At least, At least 50s. Okay, 50.
50. Oh, really? 50.
50.
Wow.
Gross?
50.
About
Yeah,
the
gross.
commissioning.
Yeah, gross.
Commissioning or not?
Furthermore, if you are qualified once, okay, I will share you directly and more details. Yep. Okay.
How about the position in Hanoi first?
It's the same, man. It's a manager also. And
hello,
if you
Mr.
have,
Phước. Mr. Phước, could you share a little bit about the requirement of this position?
I already share, huh? You
because
strong.
I forgot. I saw when I hear the salary.
At least about the products.
At least about factory automation, huh?
Automation.
In terms of it is one of the secrets of the recruitment industry. Unless you can see the CV of the candidate and you ensure that candidates is qualified enough, which is he very first one is always he match with the requirement, at least like experience, right? Backgrounds, or you
what is the background they need?
At least you should be is 80%. You have a chance if you from automations, like automation, automotive, mechanical.
I am found.
Yes, but the reason why is they have reasons behind, because they do believe that if you have a technical background, because this product is not simple at all, but they require you, how to say that, learning by yourself for a while. Yeah, sure, they have a training section, but at least when you stay at home, you can now read some document and you training by yourself, learning by yourself. And yeah, more than that, you have at least 5 years for current companies. Yeah, that means now you already work for a company 5 years, at least for 5 years, and you sell directly B2B, not channel sale. Yeah, B2B. And for FA, factory automation, yeah, you go directly to factory and consult customer, especially for F&B, FMCG, food and beverage, FMCG, medical. And then okay, maximum I can say there is maybe more than 60 a little bit if you qualify enough.
Yeah. Mr. Phước, may I have your email to send a CV?
You
really?
It's always, always, I have information by Zello. You can send it by Zello directly, no problem.
Yes, okay, very good opportunity.
It's true, huh? Not joke, huh? It's true. It happened now. It's open now, mọi người, huh? It's not joke at all.
I think that you should post your phone number here for us to connect you, because it's really useful for us to.
It's already in Zello.
Yes.
With other person, not for me. I think so.
No, but with my information is Zello. You can send a foot in the group. You already show my Zello. Yeah. And other one it is a senior one, huh? That's how. Otherwise, as other job, somehow I have more than juniors, like a 3 year, 4 years. Of course, I cannot share it direct now about a salary range, but also it's a big companies, international environments, everything is good, it's a good structures. Most of my customer, my clients, is the big ones. Yeah, the salary range is always good. The package, yeah, I mean the package more correctly. Package means salaries, allowance, lunch, taxis, training, healthcare, company trips, some things. Everything is good. good. Okay, they always desire very competitive ones. And if some guy, if you do believe that you have a quality enough, at least you should be have a 3 year or more is better. Experience in factory automation, and you please ensure that you have a knowledge and background about it. Now please don't hesitate to contact me. I will feel free to talk with you a while. Even I don't have a job for you, but maybe it's 80% I have a plans, or at least I can share the vision for you, because before I joined in Robert Water, I also worked as sales engineer around 4 years, and I quite know about that market. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mr. Nguyễn Văn Phước,
Yeah,
you are recruiter.
yeah.
Oh my God.
But before, like
Okay.
1 month ago, I'm a sales engineer, and 4 years ago, I'm an engineer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's recruiter.
Headhunter.
Manager.
Yeah.
Are you a headhunter?
You can call it headhunter, but one day I will now try to clarify what difference between consultant, I am consultant, and headhunter. It's different a little bit. Yeah, it's different. It naturally is different. Headhunter and consultant different. Headhunter just do around 7 to 50% the workload of consultant. You never ever heard the plans or the consulting from the headhunter. What they want is they collect your CV and send as much as possible for the client. That's it. Okay. That's the reason why they always ask you, can you give the CV? And when a client and candidate asks, oh, can you give me the job description? And then they send you a job description, right? Even you ask them what it is, really hard, or rarely they say you correctly what a client will do, right? And then they collect your CV and send to client, okay, as much as possible. And then they try to get the commission from the client. And here is the end user, the company, the factory. Okay, they need the service. But for me, it's different one. What we do, we always talk with you first, you are a candidate, and ask you several questions. Who you are, you good at English or not, you qualify enough or not, and one of the most important things that we always ask you, what you expect for the next move. Okay, now let's simple. Your salary 20, okay, and what you expect 30, 26, 25, a new environment, US, UK, Japan, Koreans, or you want to be a manager in the next move, and you want to manage at least now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subordinate mean the people under role, or it under your role, right? We call it subordinate. And we always say we give you a job, it must be or should be suitable somehow for you, at least more than 50%. Okay, because if you satisfied with the job anyway, you will stay there for a long time, right? You happy and the client happy also, right? But if you're not happy with that, because we tell you a lie, we tell a lie about something, they're very good, but actually when you join in the company, you realize it's not good really, okay? And you feel now, okay, maybe food already tricky you, forget commission, okay? And now, okay, after that, 6 months or 1 year, you resign, and you remember one guy named Phước, okay, try to take advantage from you, okay?
Yeah.
It's correct, right? Okay.
I
Yeah.
think you're a
Somehow.
good man. You
Yeah.
are a good man.
Yeah. No, good man, because you when you talk with a headhunter, similar they, because that job is a kind of job, is a typical job. Okay, consultant always trying to ensure, because I don't want to work with you one times. I want to maintain the how say that the lifetime. Then after you join that company, but later on after 5 years, you to be a manager and you want to hire people, right? Who you contact? You want to contact with Phước, because in the past Phước already show you the good chance. Now because you like Phước and you have a power, okay, you have a budget also. You want to contact Phước to support you to find a good person as well, right? But it's different one. But in general, you can call as a headhunter, no problem. But I try to clarify what difference between headhunter and consultant. Consultant is a little bit different, huh? Yep.
Yeah.
But it's not a topic today, huh? I think a little bit late. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So, any question? Yes.
No.
So
Yeah,
yes.
I have a question for Mr. Chung. I want to see again before topic how to see again before topic.
The material before the topic, the document before the topic.
I see.
Do you want to see video already recorded?
Yeah.
I already uploaded to our group. You can check on the Zalo group.
Yellow. Okay.
Yes, I already put the link, YouTube link there. You can check. Yes. Yeah. Please check.
Very no fresh response anh Trường hả?
Hi, Mr. I don't know your name. You can share document. You can share document for kilometer.
Yeah. We can. You mean that the presentation, or you need more document about flow meter?
Yeah. And Mr.
Yeah. So we can make friend, keep connect in the Yellow. My name is the same, and I will send you support you later.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you everyone. So sleep well. Yes. Sleep well. Yes. See you next time. Yes. Bye bye.
See you.
Bye. Goodbye. See you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.